Growing up, I've enjoyed always playing games, whether it be on the PlayStation, Xbox, GameCube, Game Boy, PSP, wherever the console might have been, I have enjoyed it. And there's one in particular that I always enjoyed a lot as well too, especially in middle school growing up, which is, and it's for some people, this is going to be nostalgia, or for others, they're going to think it's a relic, sound like a goddamn dinosaur. It's iPod Touch. Yeah, sound familiar? Some people might, some might not. I guarantee some of y'all watching this, y'all might not even know what the fucking iPod is anymore. I sound fucking old saying that. But yeah, I used to enjoy playing on the iPod Touch in middle school. I would have Cut the Rope, Fruit Ninja, Temple Runner, all the fucking games that you could think of. Anyone remember, what was it, Flappy Birds? Yeah, that one took the internet by storm. That was in high school at that time. Anyway, the point is, I've always enjoyed playing games no matter what the console might have been, and especially on mobile. But I don't understand what has happened with mobile gaming. Every single ad that because I don't keep up with it no more. I'm just going to be straight. I don't keep up with mobile gaming or what really goes on in that field no more. But I do know from everything that I've seen, because I still get ads. I still see them all the time, especially on YouTube. The YouTube app loves promoting mobile game ads to me. I don't give a fuck about them, but they're still putting in my way, and there's so many silly, goofy ass ones that I see, and I can't help but ask myself, who believes shit like this? So when watching that, what did you think? You thought that maybe you were watching a trailer for a movie, a upcoming, maybe an animated movie or a TV show, or maybe a YouTube miniseries, and then it spoils it all at the end. It says, play Lily's Garden. And then you can't help but ask yourself, what's Lily's Garden? I gotta see it now. The trailers, the cinematics, they put so much effort into that. The game clearly has to be good, right? Yeah, so what you're looking at right now, here is the gameplay of Lily's Garden. Look, the trailer does not convey that this is what you're doing. It's literally like, it's pretty much like Candy Crush, but Lily's Garden. That's like the easiest way I could describe it, right? You go around here, you're walking around looking at shit, you're trying to, I guess, fix your garden. That's pretty much the entire purpose, and then you do like the little shape match and shit. That's it. That's entirely the mobile game, but the ad does not convey that. Nothing. It doesn't tell you anything about it. All these ads try and get you with their little cinematics, and then they sell you this little boring ass shit, which is just a knockoff of another game that was already popular in the past. But you know what? Let's keep going. There's more ads. So what do you think of that one? You got an idea what the gameplay for that one is? Because I guarantee whatever you saw in that trailer is not, it's not what you're thinking. So there might be some things that are correct in there. They might have shown you a little bit of elements here and there. They sprinkled them on in, and they're going to be like, see, look at the things you can do. You can dress up your character. You can make them mad, even though the thing is, it's not even like dressing up your character. Apparently, like, you're dressing up a client and somehow you made them mad by doing all this weird shit, waxing arms, cutting hair, different outfits. I couldn't tell you what the purpose of the game was, but I can tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Project Makeover gameplay. Woo! Wow, does that look familiar? Look at that. We're matching shapes again? Wow, God. I feel like I'm back in elementary school. I'm matching colors and shapes. Now, they do have some parts here where you can like try on different clothing. Look at that. You can, once some of the shit you earn, you can dress up your character with their drip, make them look good, take them to the salon, get them a new wardrobe. But then guess what? Once you're done having a little bit of fun there, you're going to go back and start playing some more knockoff Candy Crush. they're not even really trying. The fucking bomb, I remember that shit. I used to play Candy Crush all the time in high school. So I I remember the gameplay. I can tell from a mile away. And that's all this shit is too. All these mobile games like to fucking copy each other and they try and make these fancy ads to try and get you in and be like, oh man, all right, that looks kind of cool. Maybe this is gonna be a fun game. And then reality, you get pretty much pranked, bro. This is a prank. They're like, oh, hey, at least we got you to download it. And more times than not, people don't really feel like going through the trouble to rate a game negatively. So they're just going to delete it off their phone if they actually did download it. So they don't have anything really to worry about when it comes to shit like this. Now, I will give credit where credit is due. The cinematics, the trailers, the story, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit invested. I'm a little curious. It got me enough to look up the video game or the mobile game itself and the gameplay. Good job on them. You know what? You got me invested in the little cinematic universe of Lily's Garden, and honestly, the little fart one, I'm not invested in that, but I was at least curious enough to see the gameplay. But that's where it is. All this knockoff gameplay and shit, thumbs down, dog. Fucking trash. Get better at that. But there is one game that I want to show y'all that you might have seen talked about by other YouTubers at one point in time. Okay, let me preface this first. The gameplay sucks dick, but the trailers are a whole nother beast. They're actually, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty good. So the trailers you just saw is from a mobile game called Merge Mansion. Now you may have heard of it, and if you haven't, it's all right. Pretty much the only interest people have in this game is just from the trailers alone because it's very interesting. So the way this all originally started was the first trailer is like a house is burning on fire. And then it just leads into like Granny's not actually just some old simple grandma. She's actually like some undercover doing like crazy shit. She goes to jail. And it's like a whole arc and story behind it. It's like the Merge Mansion cinematic universe. That's pretty much the way to describe this. The gameplay, again, as I said earlier, it sucks dick. Here it is. You're working on the mansion. And you pretty much just max shit together. You go, ooh. Again, it's pretty much like every other fucking game that you see out there. Sure, there's like some other things you could do here, but the same gameplay loop, it's all the same. Nothing really changes amongst any of these games. But at least with Merge Mansion, the trailers are at least very interesting. There's like this overarching story. If you look on YouTube, there are so many people who look up Merge Mansion lore because that's like how big of a deal it is. Straight up. Like, this isn't something that like only I have now put interest into. Is literally like people look into this shit. 6.1 million views. Game Theory, the disturbing lore of Merge Mansion. Game Theory, just people like talking about this. Like Lily's Garden that I talked about earlier. People like, these are games that no one really gives a shit about when it comes to the actual like the gameplay element itself, but the lore is like good enough to keep you interested. And it's just so wacky to see people more interested in the trailer than the game itself when the whole purpose is for people to play the game. But like, let's be real here, more times than not, no one's going to pay attention to the fucking game. You're just interested in seeing the nice trailers in the story, which I like I said, I'm guilty of it too. I don't care about the game, but the lore, I kind of want to see where it's going. It's actually pretty interesting. I just find it interesting to see how times have kind of changed where trailers are kind of shit. No one cares about that, but then the game itself ends up being good. And now we have kind of reversed things where the trailer's fucking interesting and something's kind of crazy and good going on, but reality is deceptive. It's not really any gameplay elements shown. There's nothing to really represent the actual game you're going to play itself when they say, play this game today. And then when you go to play the game, again, it's Bejeweled. It's Candy Crush. It's pretty much all the swipe and match colors and shit like that. And there's actually no real good gameplay loop involved with it, I guess, unless you like doing that. But then you might as well play Candy Crush at that point. But yeah, I just want to talk about it because I found it interesting. If you made this far into the video, consider giving it a like, subscribing to the channel, leave me a comment below what you think. Have a great day. Yeah.